Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time for look of the week, where normally I would recreate my favorite look from the previous week, but today we are switching it up. I want to start adding some themes into these Sunday Get Ready With Me videos, and today it's going to be nothing over $5. So everything I'm going to be using today is something I love, and it's going to be $5 or under, with the exception of mascara. I don't own a mascara currently that's $5 and under, or one that I actually like, so I'm just going to use what I've been using, but everything else is going to be $5 and under, and these are products I love. So if you have a theme or a certain something you want me to do, I think next week I'm going to do Full Face of Maybelline. If you have a theme for a Get Ready With Me Sunday video that I've been doing, let me know. I will definitely try to incorporate it. But today, nothing over $5. So first thing is going to be the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer. I love this stuff. I had originally purchased this because I wanted to do a Is Makeup at Big Lots Any Good video, and I bought a bunch of stuff. And I ended up not liking most of it, except this concealer I thought was lovely. I have the shade here called Natural. They had a pretty decent shade range. I think I've only seen this at Big Lots and Dollar General. Maybe on their website. I'm gonna use this under my eyes too. I usually only use one thing around my eye area, my Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. But in a themed video like this, I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm gonna use what I'm using. And I'm gonna use my $20 sponge to blend in this concealer. I didn't think to use tools and stuff that were under $5, but even then, I would say Real Techniques is probably one of the ones that's $5 and under. I haven't tried a lot of very inexpensive sponges that I actually like. Eco Tools makes a great one, but I think that one's still $10. The Wet n Wild one I thought was awful. Morphe has a really good one, but I don't think it was $5. But Real Techniques, I feel like they did something different to their sponge formula or whatever. The sponge thing. Because it's not the same. I purchased 2 of them not too long ago, and it didn't get soft and squishy. It wasn't bouncy. It was hard as a rock. So I exchanged it, and the same thing with the next one. It was another one that was just hard as a rock. This concealer does dry down, so blend it out quickly because it will kind of stay where you put it. Not too quickly, but I noticed when I was blending out my nose, it was kind of stuck there a little bit. So under the eyes, oh, this one's already dry. I am just going to blend with my finger. Oh, shoot. I feel like I left it there too long. And this is actually not bad under the eyes. I never used to like doing concealer out here. I would only put it right here, and out here would be totally blank, because that's where all of like most of the finest lines are that concealer gathers into. But I've become a lot more comfortable with it, and I feel like I have a technique down that I really love. And I just do residual concealer here and not actually putting it there. And it's just a tiny bit, and it gets the coverage without the ton of product gathered up. Anyway, I actually think this looks nice under the eyes. So there it is, all blended out on my skin. I love this concealer. I feel like the shade might be a little light, or it's just the light. Maybe the window's open too much, I don't know. I am going to put on a little bit of powder. This one is a little bit over $5 though. I think it's $7. I was gonna leave this out, but I did try out this look earlier, and the bronzer stuck all over my face because it's, you know, it's not matte. Like, I have a little bit of tack on it. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Mineral Power Finishing Veil Translucent Powder just in the places that I'm gonna put some bronzer. Ooh, because I don't want it to stick there. And earlier it stuck all over and it looked really bad. So just a tiny bit of powder on the spots where I'm going to put some bronzer. Alright, I didn't have any other powder, I'm sorry, but I had to use one. Anyway, next up, another $5 product, the e.l.f. bronzer. This is the shade Warm. This is what it looks like here. It has these 4 shades in it. I think this shade right here is what makes it look nice, or make me like it. Because I love, where's my bronzer brush? Because I really, really love, oh, it was hidden. Anyway, I really love some red and orange in my bronzer, and I think that shade like mixed together. I tend to just dab like this right in the middle. I feel like that shade is what makes it something that I really like, because I like that red orange kind of color. Oh yeah, that's blending way better just with that tiny bit of powder. Just gonna put this all over the face. Blends really nicely. You can obviously kind of concentrate it into different sections if you want a little bit of a cooler bronzer, or one of those colors that looks more like a contour kind of shade. I don't know. I don't really like that kind of shade as a contour because I think it looks like gray and kind of funny. But I get why that shade is always used for something like that, but not for me. I'd rather just put bronzer there. Let's put a little on the neck. And then we are going to move on with a highlight that I just love. All right, bronzer is on. I love it. It's not picking up on camera too much, the bronzer. I still look a little, I think, washed out. I'm trying to work with this window here. I'm in a west-facing window, and I feel like it's just always so bright in here, even with the window all the way closed. Right now it's open like this much, like the blinds. So I'll figure it out, I'll figure it out. Anyway, highlighter. This. I love these. These are the Wet n Wild Hello Halo blush lighters. I think they are fantastic. My favorite one is called After Sex Glow. They did rename it to be called I Met Someone? Whatever. But I love that one. That's the one I use the most. This is the one called Highlight Bling though. Haven't used this one in a while, so I'm going to use this one today. I do tend to just dab right in the middle and get both shades on my brush. The one, I can't remember the name of the other one. There's one that I do use as a blush, but the other two I use as highlighters. I think they're just so, I mean, super intense. Like this would be way too much for a blush. For me anyway, not my preference. But yeah, look at that. Super intense, super wet looking. I think it looks awesome. Little goes a long way. I feel like I'm gonna have these forever. Oh, almost dropped my sponge. It's gonna dab a little bit off here. All right, for blush, there was only one. There could only be one $5 blush that I was gonna mention, and it's from Believe Beauty. I know Emily Noel recently did a video on Believe Beauty. Was it yesterday, I think? And I right away, this brand is just, it used to be a brand that I thought was cheap crap, and I was never ever gonna try it because everybody's trying it and they like it because it's cheap. But I think it's actually good. Like, I don't think it's good for the price. It's actually good quality stuff, and I kind of want to buy some more stuff. Anyway, this is the blush. I got off track. This is the blush. I don't remember the name, but I will of course list it here. It's so beautiful. I feel this is the cream equivalent of the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush in the shade Coral. This is the cream version of that blush. It's such a beautiful color. A little goes a long way. I dabbed a lot off onto my hand here. But you can always build it up. Start with a little and build it up, because it's hard to take it away once you get too much on. Ah, I love it. Look, doesn't this look exactly like the Dior blush? It looks exactly like it. I think it does anyway. But you know, a cream version. This blush, the brush actually is the Jelly Pop Stipple brush from e.l.f. Found this at TJ Maxx a while back, and I love it for cream blush. I think it's wonderful, because it's very, very full. It works good for powder too, but I love it for cream. A little bit pokey, but you know, helps the stuff blend. I'm fine with that. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is one that I always want to go overboard with because I just love the color so much. Okay, man, I love it. So fresh, so springy. Makes me feel like spring even though it's the dead of summer. All right, next up is gonna be brows. And these are actually two products that I never tried before. I just happened to buy these yesterday. I did a little Walmart beauty haul. I actually bought a couple of these products from this brand called Bubble, the skincare brand. And then I don't know why I really wanted to try the e.l.f. Lock On Brow Cream. It says liner and brow cream, but I'll of course only use it as a brow cream. And then I purchased this brow powder from Maybelline called Ultra Brow Brush On Color in the shade Dark Brown. It kind of just looks like one of their eyeshadows, except it's brow powder. I have an itch, tickle. Okay. I haven't used either of these before, so let's try the brow pomade from e.l.f. This one was $3 and the brow powder was $4. And I didn't have anything to use for the brows except one brow gel, but I just so happened to buy these yesterday. It was the weirdest thing. Ooh, that is intense. I barely dabbed my brush in there and like look how much I'm already having to dab off. Like, oh my gosh. Uh-oh. This is very intense. I'm scared. I'm scared to use it now. Well, there was nothing. Just go lightly. I find if I don't put the brush too hard on my skin, it's not as scary as it could be. Wow, it's super creamy. Like, it almost feels melted. Wow. Maybe I'm just used to the Morphe one that is a little bit on the drier side, but I like that. It's not dried out or anything. It's still very creamy, but it's a little stiffer, I guess. This is super, super creamy. Like, it feels melted. That's the only way I can describe it, is melted. But it went on really nicely. I think I will top it with a little of that Maybelline powder. And then the gel I'm gonna use is one I don't really like that much anymore. I liked it a lot when I first got it, but it doesn't seem to hold that well anymore. I don't know if maybe it's just because it's getting older, but I don't enjoy it at all anymore. But I'll use it today, you know. Okay, there's the brows. I'm gonna put on some of that powder on top. This is the shade Dark Brown. Here it is. And let's just get my little Real Techniques brush. Just kind of put a little powder on. I feel like powder always makes my brows look a little more natural, even though they're obviously filled in. A little more soft, I think. But even though I feel like they're done, when I'm done with my makeup, I always go back and fix them and put a little more product on them because they just always look too thin or something. So I'm gonna leave them like this, but I probably will go back and fix them in a minute. So this is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is the thing that I don't like that much anymore. I mean, it's fine. It has little tiny fibers in it that kind of fluff up your brows. And I love that. I love the look that it gives them right off the bat. But it doesn't hold anymore. And it drives me nuts. Because like the front part here will keep falling down and I gotta reapply it. Or just keep pushing them up and it bugs me. But it's good, but it worked better when it was brand new. Oh crap, I just touched my skin right here. Okay, don't touch it. Oh, I can't resist. Anyway, I'm gonna leave them like that. I know they need a little bit more work, but I like to let them dry and then I'll go back in with some powder. For eyeshadow, I do already have on some eyelid primer, the Morphe eyelid primer. I don't have another primer actually, so I'm just gonna use what I have. But these are the LA Colors Duo Tone Eyeshadow Duos. So I think they only sell these on their website. They're $3.50 a piece. These are another thing that Emily made me buy. I think I did a video 2 years ago now, talking about these, swatching them all and just saying like, were they worth it? Emily made me buy them. I did depot all of them and I didn't put the colors on the back, so I will list down below the duo that I use. But these are awesome. Awesome. The quality is amazing. The mattes feel like rich, like you want to rub them between your fingers. They're really, really nice to use. I couldn't decide which one to use and I kept going back and forth like, do I use the blue one, the purple one, or like these other colors? I kind of wanted to use this neutral one, but I think I'm gonna do... oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna do a couple. I think these two right here are the two that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use that matte one. Yeah, is that what I wanna do? Hold on. Important decisions need to be made. Okay, cards on the table. I just did an entire eye look using the LA Colors Duo Tone eyeshadows. These are only $3.50 a piece. And I have this did I remember these wrong, or were these not as good as I thought they were? Because I love the mattes in here. Every single one of these mattes is amazing. A couple of the shimmers are really good, but the ones I chose to use were a mess. I mean, the fallout was everywhere. The mattes were blending nicely, but the shimmers were not sticking to the lid whatsoever. I was putting it on and it was falling right off onto my face. And I was getting very frustrated. So I'm like, well, scrap that idea. So I wiped it off, put more eyeshadow primer on, and I'm gonna use another one, but I'm just gonna do like this one right here. I was trying to do too much, I think. So these are the LA Colors Duotone eyeshadows. They're only on LA Colors website as far as I know. They're $3.50 a piece. They do come with 2 shades. Packaging is very bulky, so I did depot all of them. Emily Noel made me buy these because the way she talks about them was just fantastic. And they feel great when you swatch them, but not all of the shimmers are that good. Some of them are nonsense. I was trying to use this purple one and it was just sticking everywhere. It wasn't blending to save its life. A lot of the shades, like this one here is really nice, that one's nice. A couple of the single shades in the duos are really good, but not all the duos together are good. I don't know, I was just kind of let down, I think, because was I remembering them wrong? I don't know. But I think I'm gonna use this one right here today. This is the duo in the shade I don't remember, but I will list it, of course. And I'm just gonna put this on my lid, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. Just gonna do it all over again. I was just gonna try to come in and say like nothing, but I can't. I have to let you know. So the mattes in here, like I said, lovely. They blend lovely. But the shimmers weren't sticking to the lid if there was already powder on. So as I'm doing it right now, if I were to get this powder all over the lid, the shimmer's not gonna stick at all. See, it's not really sticking that well, and I'm just, like, let me show you what's happening here. So this is how it looks on my finger, and I'm trying to put it on my lid. All right, it's going now if I keep building it up, but it's not working for me. And I feel like I'm remembering these wrong. Or I don't know, because that can't be right. Like, I don't know. Do you guys have any of these? Are they amazing? Are they not? Are you having the same experience as me? Because this is kind of frustrating. I don't know. Well, what are you gonna do? They can't all be winners, I guess, but I was really hoping these were gonna be amazing, and I was like, oh my god, rediscovered favorite, and now I'm kind of let down. All right, I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm gonna put on some mascara. I don't have one that's $5 like I said, but I'm just gonna put on what I've been using. And I'm gonna put some more gel in this eyebrow because it keeps falling. But yeah, these eyes, I almost just want to wipe it off. I'm kind of really annoyed. We'll see what I look like when I come right back. Hold on. Okay, I wiped it off. I'm so annoyed at this eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna put on this e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick in the shade Rose Gold. These are $5. They're really lovely, and I'm just gonna draw this all over my eyelid. And I have now wiped off my concealer right here so many times. The first time I did because the fallout situation and I was really annoyed with the eyeshadow, and then I wiped it off again just now. I can't. I'm so disappointed with those. What a letdown. Well, this is how you learn, by shopping your stash, and you use the things that you used to think were amazing, and now it's like, the heck is that? All right, I'm just gonna put on the shadow stick, throw on some mascara, fix up these eyebrows. See this gel? Like, it just doesn't hold them in place, and I don't have that many eyebrows, so I don't get it. All right, join you back here with the mascara on, and we'll wrap it up. All right, mascara is on. Also, the clouds came out to play, so the lighting looks a little different now. But let's talk about these $5 products. So the concealer, I really, really like, the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer. It does dry a little bit fast though, so if you put it all over your face like I did, either blend quickly or do it in patches. It will still blend, but it sets fast. So I'd say work a little quick with that one. But I like this one. I think it's totally worth $5. The bronzer, the e.l.f. bronzer, I really, really like this stuff. I think it's great. It's really lovely. You could kind of get a little more warmth, a little more cool, depending on where you concentrate your brush. I like to mix them all together. It does need a little bit of powder to kind of help it blend because it will kind of stick around your face, but a little powder, it'll help it out. What was next? The highlighter, I already love these. I love these so much. The Hello Halo blush lighters from Wet n Wild. You can use them as a blush or a highlight. For me, they're definitely more of a highlight, but it's like a wet, super intense highlighter, and I love it. Also, the Believe Beauty blush, definitely one of my favorites in my collection at all. Like, I love this thing. I can't believe this is only $5. It's spectacular, amazing. Are there more colors? Because I want them all. The brow stuff, I like the brow cream from e.l.f. This was the first time I used it. It feels like it's melted. Is it hot in here, or is it just really that soft? But yeah, a little bit of a learning curve, but I liked it. The Maybelline brow powder, a lot less pigmented than I was expecting based on that color. I thought it was gonna be like super heavy duty, but it's very, very light. Like, you can't even tell I put my brush in there. Yeah, it's okay. I'll keep using it. What else did we use? Oh, the eyeshadows. I don't like these. What happened? What happened to these? I used to think these were amazing, and I still look at them with this feeling of like, dang, those are so underrated and amazing. But I could not get these to work today at all, and I tried many of them today. I wiped it off, I came back, I wiped it off again. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like them, and I want to declutter them right now. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching my full face of nothing over $5 except mascara. But that is it. Let me know some ideas you have for themes for future videos. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.